Well, hello there, Rockstar Bingo hosts. I've been due for a video for a while, so I'm breaking the seal today. Today I want to talk about Jumbotron. We actually introduced this probably 5 months ago and introduced it, and it just became part of a conversation in a podcast, but never actually got sort of formally talked about. So I thought I'd do that today because I've been getting lots of questions lately. And in the future, we'll certainly follow this up with something more pro at some point. So let's talk about what Jumbotron is. So if I can click on that button and have it work, there we go. So what is Jumbotron? Well, you're actually looking at an example of it here on the right. Jumbotron is basically a screen that you would have inside a venue or even online for online streams that is playing a video in the background, would have your brand in the corner. So this is for our Rockstar Night show in Victoria. You can show the game code on the screen real time, show the current letter or not, and the last 3 songs played. And that's the current configuration. So basically it's something that you would project onto your TVs in a venue or on a big screen. Some are using it at movie theaters. Lots of neat uses for this, but basically it's a companion to your hosting experience. So let's talk a bit more about that. So what is it for? Well, it's visual engagement. It's only in our Pro plan, so it's not in free, it's not in premium. Premium is, we're going to be renaming that to family and friends because that's really what it is and what it's for. And it's configurable, so you can actually show the letter, not show the letter, the current letter. You can show the last 3 songs, not show the last 3 songs if you want to make the game more complex or advanced. And we've got some great ideas from folks to add more functionality in the future. And that is on the roadmap, so there will be more to show in the future. But today it's kind of where we're at right now. So there's a bit of assembly required. You'll need some sort of device to show a web browser and then share it, right? So if you're hosting a game, you probably don't want to be using the same machine that you're hosting because you're busy running the game. You're probably playing music. You know, lots of things going on, and you're going to be switching tabs, and really what's going to be projected to that screen, you don't want people to see you working. So if you've got an old laptop kicking around, a computer that's just already at the venue because it really is just displaying a web page, that's all you really need, but I would suggest that it's not your hosting computer. You're going to need something to receive that input. So I've used both Google Chromecast to show a web browser and use the Chromecast app within a browser to send, you plug that HDMI port of the Chromecast into its screen, and then you project that way. Microsoft has something called Miracast. It's actually what we're using now because we've got a Windows device, and using a Windows projection thing was 2 less steps than using the Chromecast app, the Chromecast in a Google browser on a Windows machine. So your mileage may vary. There's all sorts of other ways. Really, you just need something that can show a web page on a screen. So pick whatever path you want. You'll probably want to create some videos for the background or just use YouTube videos, and I'll talk about that a bit when I do a quick little demo. And you're going to need good internet. So despite what we sometimes get reported back, Rockstar Bingo is a very small app, doesn't require a lot of bandwidth at all. However, there is a lot of crappy internet out there, and at some point I'm going to do a video on best practices for Wi-Fi and internet, because so many venues are like, well, the internet's always worked here, and that's true. That's been true for basic point-of-sale systems, but that's not true for a world where people have been stuck at home for the last 2 years and gotten used to streaming Netflix and baseball and hockey and football, and they're coming into your establishment and just crushing your internet and Wi-Fi. And then you're trying to play a game which is actually really lightweight, but there's nothing left for that game. Well, imagine as well if now you're going to be pulling down video for your Jumbotron, right? It's just going to continue to hammer that network. So good high-speed internet and good Wi-Fi is not an expensive thing anymore, but you may have to set expectations with venues that, like, maybe it's time to upgrade their internet, because there's all sorts of reasons to do that anyway. Everything is moving to online anyway. So they got to do that at some point. So now what? Let's do a quick demo of what this all looks like. So I'm going to log into my account. I'm just going to make this guy go. I'm still learning how to use my Mac. I've always been a PC guy, and I've just recently made the switch. So this is the Rockstar Bingo account for Rockstar Nights. This is our live band music bingo in Victoria. So this is a real working system. This is ours. We have a pro plan, so we have access to the Jumbotron and the URLs and all that stuff. What you'll probably want to do first is obviously set your branding settings, because the logo from there is what's going to be placed on the Jumbotron. So if you haven't explored the basic branding settings, and we've got more stuff coming in the future on the roadmap, make sure you do that. And then the next thing is you're going to prepare your game, right? So you're going to create a custom playlist. So for example, this was the music for last week. So I'm just going to show you one of our playlists. So, here we are. Oh, wow, who cares? Nor something that, let's see. No, that's fine. There's actually data there. So this is the playlist. The default video. So this is the video that would show in the background if you haven't specified a video per song, because you can actually, per song, specify a video URL. But if you want to just set one sort of fun party background, at our shows we actually don't do videos per song, because that's a lot of work, and we randomize and play new songs every week, and we don't want this to be a lot of homework. So what we have is one, if you search YouTube for fun party backgrounds, a lot of them are 2 hours long. You stick that in there and it's just rolling through all sorts of fun clips. You do want to make sure that you test the video before you start the game, just in case you've used a brand new video and there's been a copyright claim on it where it's dead, and make sure the video is not offensive, check all that stuff. So that's the default video that plays in the background, but you can, per song, set a video as well. Now, it won't sync with the music because it's not meant to, but if during the song Somebody Like You by Keith Urban, if you just want to have a video of Keith at an award ceremony or some song, great, fill your boots. The other link is your pre-game video. So this is before you click Start Game, right? So you've created the game, everybody's waiting in the lobby. We give you the ability to put a separate video in there. So at our show, we show this video. Actually, copy it here and just show you. So this is one that I created, and we store it on Vimeo. And basically, it's this video where it's just basically telling people, hey, hang tight, we're going to get started. And we just rotate through a couple of fun video or images, and we show the QR code. And, basically, it's basically just a primer getting everybody ready. So it's a great opportunity to, here comes the QR code. So people just walk up. I don't have to print anything on tables. It works great. So you may want to make your own video for your pregame video at least. So once you have all that defined, let's show you what that looks like, okay? So we're going to launch the game here. So let's say it's game time. Oh, Dave's been in here adding new lists today because we have a gig tomorrow night. So well, you know what? Well, hey, it's real time. That's real time. Let's just see if he remembered to add them. He did. Beautiful. Okay. So let's assume that what Dave put in there works. I like to wing things. That's how I roll. So I'm going to start the game. It's showtime. And so I'm creating the game. In this case, I'm not going to worry about playing music, so I'm not going to use playback with Spotify or anything like that. So I'm going to say no. But the one thing I'm going to capture here, and you can always grab this anytime before the game, but I'm going to grab my Jumbotron link. So I'm going to open that here in a separate browser and show you what I'd be then sending to a screen. Okay, so here we are sitting in, basically, haven't started the game, so we're in the lobby. So there's that intro screen. So if I look here, there's the screen showing, right? And it doesn't show the last 3 songs because none have been played yet. It's got the branding and the logo and all that stuff. And so it's sitting there, it's ready to go. And this might be running for 10 or 15 minutes before we start the show. Once we start the show, then that sends the signal to start playing your default video. So now, here comes our fun party default video. And so, don't worry, it's not just always men circling around, it's a whole bunch of fun stuff. This is actually a really great one. It's got trippy psychedelics and all sorts of stuff going on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually skip through 2 songs, and what you're going to see is it's not showing the last 3 played because only one's played yet, but once you get rolling here, boop, 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 you'll actually see up on the screen the last 3 played, the current letter, all that stuff. So, but what you can do, and you can actually do it during the game, but at any time, if you don't want to show the for 3 previous songs, you can toggle that off, and you'll see that it's gone. And you can turn off the current letter, and you can see that's gone. I'll just flip those back on so that you can see them again. Right, they're on, they're on. And in the future, we do plan to offer more customization on the screen, including maybe placement and stuff. That's not number 1 on our roadmap right now, but it's coming soon enough. So with that is the introduction to Jumbotron. And hit us up if you have any questions. It's in the Pro plans only. I suggest Chromecast or Miracast, but you can use anything you want. Other people doing other interesting things with OBS with their video backgrounds, but this is a quick and dirty way to do that as well. So I hope that helps. I hope you all have a great day, and talk to you soon.